All right, guys, so that was Outpost Siberia. So what are my thoughts on Outpost Siberia? I've done a number of playthroughs on this, and let me start by saying I've read the comments in the forums, and I know that a lot of people are frustrated at the game, that it is very, very hard. And so much so that IDW has actually gone ahead and released some updated rules to kind of help people maybe make it a little further or survive better, if you will. And I've played both ways. So I played the game with the original rules, and I played with the updated rules. And definitely the updated rules are a lot easier. And when I say easier, I mean incredibly difficult, but not constant failure. But it makes it a little bit easier. It gives you a little more of a head start to win. So that is one thing that I think if you've heard any negative feedback on the game, definitely check out the rule changes, because I think you'll be pleased to see maybe how not that the difficulty's been lessened, but it doesn't beat you up quite as much. Now, I was super excited. I received this game as a review copy from IDW, and this was actually a game that was on my list to check out because I love cooperative games. I love the survival kind of theme, and also John Gilmore I'm familiar with from Dead of Winter. So whenever I see his name attached to something, I definitely am kind of intrigued by it. So this did not disappoint me at all. When I first got it, I broke it out immediately, like literally 20 minutes after unboxing it. I pulled it out and set up a playthrough to play on my lunch. And I got my rear end handed to me in no time, and I just got destroyed. But you know, I tried again and again, and this is definitely a game that you get better at the more you play. So it's kind of like, I look at it as kind of like Friday. So the game Friday is notoriously difficult when you play on the, I guess on the higher levels, but it's still winnable. And the goal is for it to not be winnable every time you play, because then it wouldn't be any fun, right? In my opinion anyway, when you're playing a survival game or a cooperative game, if you won every game of Pandemic you played, if you won every game of Dead of Winter or Friday or Robinson Crusoe, if you won every game, there'd be no sense in playing anymore. So that's kind of how I feel about Outpost Siberia. And even though I've never won, and I've played probably 10, 15 games since receiving my review copy, and I haven't won at all. I've played by myself, I've played with other people. We've all enjoyed it greatly. Every time we play, we seem to make it a little bit further, but we never win. And you know what, that's just fine. I have absolutely enjoyed the gameplay, and I think that's what it's all about. And I don't want to be on a soapbox at all, because again, I know that it's a difficult game and people have an issue with that and have taken exception to that, but I think it's important to note up front that one, the difficulty has been addressed, their updated rule set, so check it out, and two, it's okay to not win. It's the gameplay alone has made it enjoyable, and then on top of that, the day that I do win, because I will win, will be that much better, and it'll be memorable in a moment that I can share with my friends and say, hey guys, remember that time that we won Outpost Siberia? That was awesome. I will say that this is listed as a 2 to 6 player game. I have played it solo. It's a cooperative game, so you can do that with any cooperative game. It's definitely more enjoyable with more people, because it's good to see what their thoughts are, and it's always more fun to play with more people, in my opinion. Let's talk about the components of the game. There's not a whole lot to it. It's a stack of cards and a couple of little markers, little cardboard chits. And the cards are great. The cards are a high quality gloss. I was actually surprised that they were as hardy and as glossy as they were. So I thought that was a good thing. The rule book, well, that left a little bit to be desired, and I think that and not the quality, but more so the way the rules were written. I found myself having to read them a few times to really understand what was meant, and there was a little bit of vagueness to the original rules. And again, a lot of that I think was addressed. If you read the updated rules, it's a nice summary, and I think that's everything you really need to play the game. So that definitely helped alleviate that. But my initial few playthroughs were a little sketchy, that I felt like I was having a harder time grasping it than I should have at a glance for what the game was. Once I caught on, it was great. The gameplay really sailed, and there was no difficulty. Not to winning the game, but no difficulty in understanding what to do from turn to turn. The cards that it comes with are multi-use cards, and I'm a big fan of multi-use cards because I think it's a fun idea, because you actually get to, if you're not using the card for one thing, you can use it for another, and it's just, I don't know what it is about multi-use cards, but I like that idea. I don't want to call it a mechanic, because it's not really a mechanic. It's just a nice little feature. So it's cool to have a card that can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on where it is in the deck. Overall, the art in the game is pretty good. Some of the pictures are really, really cool. Some of them are more basic and generic, but given their role, and if you play the game, you'll understand what I mean, but like some of the event cards that you'll pull, they're all kind of samey, and they're supposed to be, because it's either a good event or a bad event, and it's either a dude in a park is shivering or, whatever. And the chits that were included were the standard punch board kind of quality, so there's no complaints there, and they look good and they serve their purpose. So all in all, with the component quality, I was quite pleased. So let's get down, bottom line, getting back to the game and my feelings on the game. So I really enjoyed the game. It is brutal. It is absolutely brutal. You're going to lose. You might never win. And I say that more in jest. Since switching over to the new rules, again, it's gotten a lot easier. We've gotten much farther, and I feel like with the right card draws and maybe with the right play, we'll actually see many more wins. I've taken some of the recommendations that the publisher has put out there in the new rules as far as what to do to kind of try and have a good win, and take care, heal yourself right away, don't save the first aid kits, and then you start to learn how to work through your deck to maybe play a card to get it to cycle back quicker. And I'm very pleased with the way that the gameplay flows now with that. I feel like I can actually win. I feel a sense of accomplishment moving a little bit further, and that one day I will actually win the game. I've played this with a few casual gamers, and I played this with a few more seasoned gamers, and everybody has enjoyed it. Again, it takes the right person. If you're absolutely turned off on a difficult game, don't play it. But if you like a challenge, definitely pick it up. So all in all, I really enjoyed the game, and I would definitely go back and play it again. So as long as you're good with a difficult game, definitely go pick it up. It's a lot of fun to play, win, lose, or draw. I guarantee you will enjoy it if you're a fan of the cooperative theme, the struggle kind of game that this provides. All right, guys, this is Lee from Geek City, USA. Thanks for hanging out with us. Be sure to like and subscribe, or go ahead and comment with me down below. I'd love to interact with you guys in the comments, or check us out on Facebook at Geek City, USA, and say hey there. I'd love to interact with you there as well. Again, thanks for checking us out. Take care.